Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, and in today's video we will be checking if ChatGPT can predict sports games correctly and make us some money from sports betting. So let's hop right into it. So first things first, we need to get into ChatGPT, which we have successfully done so, and then I have prepared some games for today. On my flash score, I picked out games that have very similar themes, also big games. These are very big games, like you can see here, the Madrid duo and Arsenal against Leicester, and the last game is Hoffenheim versus Dortmund. So different leagues, big games, big teams. So let's see what ChatGPT gives us for these games. So we are back at ChatGPT, and let's try and see what it will give for the game between Hoffenheim and Dortmund. So basically what it's saying here is that Dortmund are in a much higher position in the Bundesliga league table with 36 points, and Hoffenheim is in 13th place with 21 points. And then it says in the last 5 matches, Dortmund has won 3, drawn 1 and lost 1, and Hoffenheim has won 1, drawn 2 and lost 2. So it's basically telling us that Dortmund is the favorite to win here, and so I will take this as a ChatGPT prediction number 1. So now let's hop on over to the next game, and as you guys can see, the Dortmund game has just started, but I did get to place the tip that ChatGPT gave us, and I will be staking 100 euros on each tip that ChatGPT gives out. We got, I think, 1.66 odds on that tip, as you guys can see here on the screen, 100 euros. And so the next game that we will ask for ChatGPT to predict is Leicester versus Arsenal. But this time, instead of going for the obvious that Arsenal is going to win, which I would say 100% ChatGPT is going to say that Arsenal is going to win, we are going to ask ChatGPT how many goals can we expect in the match between Leicester and Arsenal. So what it's basically telling us is that in the last 5 Premier League matches, Leicester City has scored 6 goals, an average of 1.2 goals per match, while Arsenal has scored 8 goals, an average of 1.6 goals per match. And it's also telling us that in 25 matches, Leicester City has conceded 26 goals, and Arsenal has conceded 28 goals in 25 matches. And then it's basically instigating that we should go for an underline. Basically, ChatGPT is making a prediction that there will not be a lot of goals. So I'm thinking I will go for under 2.5 goals. I think it's a little bit of a risk for this match because me personally, I don't think and I don't agree with ChatGPT for these stats. I think Leicester City and Arsenal are both teams that they like to attack and play fast football, but we will stick with ChatGPT's prediction on this one and go for under 2.5 goals, as you guys can see here. So we got pretty solid odds on that previous match between Arsenal and Leicester, under 2.5 goals, 2.29 odds. Let's see if it actually comes true. And then the last match for today is Real Madrid versus Atletico Madrid. And for this one, I think we know what we have to do. We have to see who wins this match, because it's the biggest game today. It's the Madrid rivals team game. Let's see what ChatGPT predicts. So for this game in the Madrid Derby, ChatGPT hasn't given us anything really certain, but it is kind of hinting at Real Madrid playing at home and being higher on the league table, and Atletico Madrid being a very solid defensive team. So I will be taking away from this text that ChatGPT gave me, I will be taking away double chance Real Madrid plus total under 3.5 goals in the match. So let's see how this gets on. Here's the bet slip, and we will see what's on for tomorrow's games. Quick announcement for you guys, and then we get right back into the video. So if you want to get daily free tips from me and the JK Bets team that we place our own money on, you can visit jksportspredictions.com, and there you will get access to our free Telegram channel and to all of our bets. It is now Monday, and on Saturday ChatGPT gave us 3 tips and all 3 of them actually won. So Dortmund Borussia won, under 2.5 for Arsenal versus Leicester also won, and Real Madrid double chance plus total under 3.5 goals also won. So ChatGPT is so far 3 out of 3 perfect streak with its predictions. So now let's get into today's predictions from ChatGPT and let's see what happens. So in the first day we had 3 football tips from ChatGPT, but today I will be testing out different sports, not only football. So we have 1 football match, Serie A, Verona versus Fiorentina. We have a European World Cup qualification basketball game, and we have an ATP Dubai game between Zverev and Lehecka. So let's see what ChatGPT can tell us for these games. So I tried a couple of different questions for the Verona versus Fiorentina match for ChatGPT, but it really doesn't want to give any prediction for this match. So we will be skipping this exact match and we will move on to the next match, which is Latvia versus Greece in the Europe World Championships basketball qualification. Let's see what ChatGPT says for that match. So I wrote in the ChatGPT who will win between Zverev and Lehecka, and we finally got a little bit of information from ChatGPT. So it says here Zverev is currently ranked world number 3 by the ATP and has won numerous titles in his career, which is a completely wrong fact. Zverev is not ranked number 3, he is actually ranked number 14 if I'm not mistaken currently. Correct me if I'm wrong, maybe the fact will change after this current tournament and by the time I upload this video, but he's nowhere near close to number 3 right now. And then it says Lehecka, on the other hand, is a rising star in the tennis world and has shown promise in his performances, blah blah blah. The outcome of a tennis match, blah blah blah, based on the player's current rankings and past performances, Zverev could be considered the favorite to win. So basically we are going to take Zverev to take the win. It does say, however, upsets can and do happen in sports, blah blah blah, but we don't care about that. We care about what ChatGPT says in the first place, and we will take that into consideration and place the tip. So ChatGPT hasn't really been friendly with us today. However, we did get 1 prediction from ChatGPT with 1.72 odds for Zverev to win the match against Lehecka. But other than that, I tried many other games. ChatGPT was not at all certain about any other predictions. So this will be the only prediction that ChatGPT makes for today. But tomorrow I will be back at it again and I will try some games and see if ChatGPT can tell us something more. So yesterday was day 2, now it's day 3 of us asking ChatGPT for sports predictions, and today is Tuesday. Yesterday ChatGPT wasn't too friendly with us and it only gave us 1 prediction, which actually won, which means that ChatGPT is now 4 out of 4 positive tips for us in this video. And today I have prepared more games. I have prepared 6 games, so let's see if ChatGPT is more friendly today than it was yesterday with the predictions. So as you guys can see here on the screen now, I have prepared 6 games for today's ChatGPT predictions. First game is Juventus versus Torino, Serie A football match. Second game is Fulham versus Leeds, FA Cup football match, and third game is Bristol City versus Man City, also FA Cup. And then I prepared 3 NBA games to switch it up a little bit, and we have Grizzlies versus Lakers, Raptors versus Bulls, and Clippers versus Timberwolves. So now let's go over to ChatGPT and see what it says. So I started talking to ChatGPT, and the first thing I asked it was Man City versus Bristol City, a prediction for that game, but we didn't get anything good except for obviously Man City is the favorite here and blah blah blah. So then I wrote in Fulham versus Leeds United, and we got something very interesting. So it says here, Fulham is a strong team that has performed well in recent seasons with a solid defense and some talented attacking players. Leeds United, on the other hand, is a team that has been known for its attacking style of play and high energy pressing, although this can sometimes leave them vulnerable defensively. Given their respective strengths and weaknesses, the match could be an evenly contested one, with both teams looking to dominate possession and create scoring opportunities. However, if Leeds United can successfully implement their high-intensity pressing game and disrupt Fulham's rhythm, they may be able to create more chances and ultimately come out on top. So we will take from this 2 tips that ChatGPT is basically telling us to take. I will be taking both teams to score on this match, as you guys can see here, and I will be taking Leeds United to win the match, as you guys can see here, because ChatGPT clearly in the last sentence mentioned that Leeds has a great chance of winning this match. So let's see what happens with these 2, and I will be back with the next prediction for today from ChatGPT. So now I wrote in Juventus versus Torino, wanted to see what ChatGPT says for that match, and as you guys can read here, it says, given their respective strengths and weaknesses, Juventus is likely to be considered the favorites to win the match. However, blah blah blah, Torino might be able to cause disrupt with Juventus and ultimately take advantage of any weaknesses in their defense, but we don't care about that. We care about ChatGPT, and it said Juventus is more likely to win the match, so we are going to take that as another prediction for today. So the next one is an interesting one. I wrote in Grizzlies versus Lakers prediction, and ChatGPT came up with this. Assuming both teams are healthy, the Lakers may have the edge in terms of overall talent and experience, with stars such as LeBron James and Anthony Davis leading the way. However, the Grizzlies' strong defensive play and depth could make it a competitive game, especially if they can limit the impact of the Lakers' star players. So taking from this, I think ChatGPT is telling us that Lakers are more likely to win, but it does say here, assuming both teams are healthy, and unfortunately LeBron James will most likely not play tonight against the Grizzlies, so we will skip this tip, but you guys can see if Lakers actually won this game, but it does particularly mention assuming both teams are healthy, so we are going to skip this one. So I wrote in Raptors versus Bulls prediction, and ChatGPT is writing here, assuming both teams are healthy, the game could be a closely contested one, with both teams looking to push the pace and create scoring opportunities. The Raptors may have the edge in terms of experience and overall talent, but the Bulls' high-scoring offense could give them an advantage if they are able to get hot from the field. So I will be taking for this one an overline, and I will pop it up on the screen how much I got. I will be looking to get an overline for about 1.5 odds, so it's fair, because it says here, ChatGPT says that both teams are going to be looking to push the pace and create scoring opportunities, and then it says that one of these teams might get hot and give the other one problems. So I'm going for an overline on this one. So I wrote in Clippers versus Timberwolves prediction, and ChatGPT came up with this. Assuming both teams are healthy, the Clippers are likely to be considered the favorites to win the game, given their overall talent and experience. The Timberwolves will need to rely on a strong performance from key players such as Karl Anthony Towns and D'Angelo Russell, who no longer plays for the Timberwolves, by the way. So again, we can see that ChatGPT is not always up to date with the latest sports news and data in general. So, but still, it does say that Clippers are likely to be considered the favorites. So we are going to take that as a prediction from ChatGPT that the Clippers are going to win the game. So today is Wednesday, and I'm here with the results from the ChatGPT sports predictions. And in total, we placed 9 bets from ChatGPT. 5 of them won, 4 of them lost. So in total, our profit was actually €6. By the way, if you want to see some actual betting tips with some actual good results, you can visit jksportspredictions.com. There you will get access to our free Telegram channel. But other than that, if you guys do want to see a second part for this ChatGPT predictions video, comment down below part 2, and here on the screen now you can see all the tips that ChatGPT gave us and the results, if it won and if it lost, and what odds did the tip have. But other than that, please leave a like, subscribe for more content, and I'll see you guys next time.